Senator Natasha received a warm welcome from a large crowd of excited supporters as she arrived by helicopter. Meanwhile, the Kogi state government banned public gatherings due to security concerns, leading to a curfew imposed by the local government chairman. The police also warned her to cancel the event. Senator Natasha was recently suspended from the Senate for 6 months after accusing Senator Akpoti of sexual harassment. Hear what she has to say.
Yesterday, when we went on the news, that rallies, gatherings will not be allowed, that roads will be blocked, convoys leading into the states will not be allowed. I knew that we were the targets. But then I said, this is not political season, this is not campaign time. We are not having a rally. This is just me, the senator representing Kogi Central, coming down to have people to celebrate this festive time in Salah with you. And there is nothing wrong in that. I am breaking no law. This is Nigeria. We have the right to be free, to express.
Senator Natasha said she has not broken any law, that she is a Nigerian and has the right to come and celebrate with her people. But the Kogi state government said she has broken the law. Let's listen to the Kogi State Commissioner of Information, Mr. Kingsley.
Very deliberate attempt by the media to make the whole thing look like it was targeted at a single and a particular person. There was nothing like that. The security protocols and the directives that were issued yesterday were basically to ensure security in the state. We are having issues in about 3 places, including in Kogi West, in Kogi local government area to be specific, where as a result of crisis resulting from fishing ponds, 2 people have already been killed, and security has been deployed there. In Kogi East, especially in Njema district, where we are having communal clashes, people have also been killed, and we are taking security. We are going through a lot of security procedures in those places to arrest the situation. In Kogi Central, we also had intelligence that some political rallies, political and religious rallies, would lead to skirmishes, which may go into a very full-blown crisis. Because of this, the state government issued a statement banning all sort of rallies in the state. Even the issue that had to do with convoy was because we did not want people to import unauthorized people in the name of security operatives into the state to fuel the crisis that we are trying to manage. That was the situation. So nobody is saying that it is a law, it is a directive, it is a statement of the state government which has been flouted, and the statement was issued to ensure security. And if you listen to her today, you will understand that those who gave the intelligence were very correct, citing statements that came from her mouth. For instance, if you face the people of your senatorial district and you are telling them that people have been contracted to kill you, and you are mentioning names of the Senate President, the former governor, and the current governor being complicit, that is inciting. And that is how crisis, full-blown crisis, that's how they start. So it is very clear that they definitely got it very right with the security report. If not for efforts by the state government to calm trade nerves and to ensure that some militants were not imported into the state, then we will not be saying what we are saying here today. So a procession into a place where they were singing all kinds of inciting songs. Then I saw her also addressing supporters, making frivolous, bogus, and dishing out all sorts of lies to incite the people against the government, including alleging the governor of the state, His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo. I also saw and watched her dishing out frivolous, careless, unfortunate lies against prominent people in the state that could have resulted into a lot of crises. For instance, he accused the governor of conniving with the Senate President. In her words, he said the Senate President called the governor on March 12th and instructed the governor to initiate recall proceedings against her, that the governor refused, and that the Senate President had to bring in the former governor, His Excellency Alhaji Yahaya Bello, and that in between the three of them, they agreed to recall her and also to kill her. She was saying all of this. These are exciting statements. These are where major crisis starts, and it will result into loss of lives and property. You know, because let me make it very clear here: the governor and the Senate President never discussed anything that has to do with the Kogi, the suspended senator of Kogi Central. There was no conversation. There was no conversation to recall her. There was no conversation to assassinate her. So all those things were to incite the people and cause violence in Kogi Central. She has committed the offense of having a procession when the state government, acting on credible intelligence, directed that there should be no procession. She also addressed a rally. She will call it homecoming to greet her people about Salah. Where did they talk about Salah there? All her address were political, to incite the people against constitutional authorities at the federal level and at the state level, to create panic and tension and ensure that there is violence. That was just what happened today. So that's a clear violation of the statement and the directive of the state government. When you talk about the freedom of association has limitations. When your association is going to constitute danger and it is going to affect the rights and freedom of others, then such an association cannot be defended. Statements to security agencies to ensure enforcement. And now that we are seeing where some of those threats are coming from our intelligence reports show that there was going to be a major crisis as a result of some activities of unscrupulous personalities. And for her to come to the state and try to incite the people against the Senate President, against the former governor of the state, against the current governor of the state, we are leaving the whole thing to the security agencies that have been given the mandate to enforce this. It is not just only in Okene. Remember, we are also enforcing the same thing in Kogi local government area, where we are having issues that has to do with the fishing ponds crisis. We are also having issues at the Njama district in Kogi East, where two communities are having a lot of crisis among them. So it is not just about this. I'm very sure they will review it and take the necessary actions. But I've made something very clear. The governor had no meeting with the Senate President regarding the report. You would listen. People came to your station to talk about the report. And they said that the reason they are doing the report is that she is not doing what they sent her there to go and do. So if you know the reason why you are being recalled, why are you putting it on the state governor? Even when they were doing the processes, the governor was not even in the country. I am not a police officer. I am not a DSS officer. I don't know how they do their operations, but I'm very sure she should be asking a lot of questions about all her incitement, all her lies, all her character assassination, and all her attempt to ensure that Kogi was in place today. One, there was procession. You could see the number that is there, though you can't refer this to a massive crowd, but there was a procession to her house. That is violation number one. Then, when you come to the issue of use of convoy and all of that, I was told, I was reliably informed that she got there with a helicopter. That was not violated. But a rally is a rally. It doesn't matter where you are doing it. Whether you are doing it in a public place, whether you gather people in front of your house, a rally is a rally. If the law says don't kill, and don't limit people's maybe freedom of speech and all that. If someone violates 2 of 10, the person has violated. So we should be talking about the violation and not what was not violated. But I'm going to insist on the fact that she violated some of the directives that were put in place, some of the protocols that were put in place to guarantee security. Imagine if the supporters of the governor or the former governor, if they decided to react immediately to all those incitements, imagine what would have happened today. So if not that those people are statesmen and they ensure that there was no violence, it would have been a very bloody one today. So we thank God that that has gone, and I'm very sure that the governor and the former governor and the Senate president will do everything to enforce their fundamental human rights and ensure that this character assassination is not sustained. Let me borrow her words. It's not sustained. I'm very sure they will pursue that. Those that are behind her recall, I am saying it. The constituents. I am not from Kogi Central. I am not part of the recall process. But its constituents, you saw them. Those who were behind it, they did not hide. They went to INEC to submit their petition, and they spoke to a lot of media organizations, including yours, explaining why they are calling her. They are not hiding their faces. They are out there. I will quote copiously from his speech. He said, "I will never play politics with security." You know, the issue we are having now is that the media should join the government in fighting insecurity. Imagine that we've lost so many lives today. Then the media will have stories for us and to talk about. But thank God that did not happen. What is happening right now is not politics, and we cannot play politics with the lives of the people. According to the chief servant of the state, His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman, our decision and our directive were purely based on ensuring that there is security. Imagine having clashes between supporters and a lot of things were used. Even stray bullets can kill an innocent woman in her house. These are the people we are defending. It is the responsibility of the state government to defend everybody in the state, including the suspended senator. And we did not even ban movement. No, I think it is being reported in a very wrong manner. We did not ban movement. What we said is that if you are coming with a convoy, report to the commands, the state commands of the deploying services, so that they will verify and know that the people you are bringing are the people that are genuine security operatives. Because our intelligence also showed that where they were having communal clashes, some people with vested interest were planning to report fake security operatives, not even in Kogi Central. So you can see that the whole thing was based on security.
That's all for today's update. If you found this story helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, share, and comment with your thoughts below. And for more breaking news and in-depth coverage, hit that subscribe button and follow us to stay informed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.